This legendary sound, often described as man being eaten by an alligator, was first recorded for the 1951 film Distant Drums during a scene where a man drowns. The scream quickly made its way into the library of sound effects at Warner Brothers, popping up again in the 1953 film The Charge at Feather River, where a character named Private Wilhelm gets shot by an arrow. Sound designer Ben Burt noticed the scream's reuse and thought it would be funny to include it in his own projects. What started as a small joke in his student films turned into a cultural phenomenon. The scream became a staple in major films like Star Wars, where Burt cleverly snuck it into various scenes, from stormtroopers getting blasted to characters falling to their doom. Over time, other filmmakers joined in on the fun, and the Wilhelm scream became a running gag in Hollywood. It's been featured in countless movies, TV shows, and even video games, making it one of the most recognizable sound effects in the industry. However, there's one sound that had people stumped for over a decade: the "oh hoit" sound from Roblox. This distinctive grunt has become a staple in internet videos, especially among younger audiences. Many fans immediately recognize it as a sound from Roblox, a free online game platform where users can create and monetize their own content. According to the investigative work of YouTube journalists People Make Games, Roblox developers receive less than 25% of the revenue generated from the sale of their content. One of the most iconic features of Roblox is its distinctive death sound effect, famously known as the Roblox oof. This sound effect has transcended the game itself, becoming a meme phenomenon with millions of views across thousands of videos. In fact, one video claiming to showcase its origin. Now, let's take a moment to discuss Roblox itself. The game platform, while immensely popular and lucrative, operates under a business model that has raised some eyebrows. Developers on Roblox often find themselves in a challenging position, earning a small fraction of the profits from their creations. For instance, some older gamers may recall spending their time with stop-motion animation or games like Garry's Mod. Unlike Roblox, Garry's Mod did not transform its community into a digital sweatshop, a term some critics use to describe the conditions under which Roblox developers work. Despite these concerns, Roblox continues to thrive, attracting millions of users and creators worldwide. The name Joey appears on the file, but this doesn't necessarily mean Joey Kuras created the sound. If Joey was the one who did the final exporting of the sound files made by Tallarico Studios for the game Messiah, his audio program would automatically put his name on them, regardless of who originally recorded, edited, or mastered the sounds. Back in 2019, Tommy Quote tweeted a video that was a repost from Reddit user Plasma Node. In this tweet, he stated that his company created and owns the sounds used in Messiah, and that the oof sound effect was created by my lead sound designer Joey Kuras. Notice that Tommy doesn't claim he made the sound himself. He credits his company, and specifically Joey, suggesting that Tommy had little to no direct involvement in the creation of the sound. However, things started to shift when Tommy realized just how popular the oof sound had become. He mentioned in various places, including a live stream, that he wasn't very familiar with Roblox until he discovered one of his sounds was being used in the game. After Tommy's initial tweet, he started looking into the sound's online presence. Then, suddenly, Tommy began saying that the sound was something we created, and he even added in parentheses, almost as an afterthought, and I myself recorded. This shift in Tommy's wording is quite significant. Initially, he credited his company and Joey Kuras for creating the sound, but as he realized its popularity, he subtly inserted himself into the creation story. This is an unusual way to talk about something you supposedly created, and it raises questions about his actual involvement. Tommy Tallarico, the founder of Tallarico Studios, has been at the center of this controversy. Initially, in 2019, he responded to a viral video by stating that his company created and owns the sounds used in the game Messiah, and that the oof sound was created by his lead sound designer, Joey Kuras. At this point, Tommy did not claim personal credit for the sound, but as the sound's popularity soared, Tommy's narrative began to shift. In various platforms, including a live stream, he expressed surprise at how widely recognized the oof sound had become. Following this realization, his statements evolved from "Joey created it" to "We created it" to "I created it." He even attempted to subtly alter his narrative by adding, almost parenthetically, that he personally recorded the sound. This change in Tommy's story is peculiar. Normally, if someone created a famous sound effect, they would straightforwardly claim credit. But Tommy's evolving account and the vagueness of his statements suggest otherwise. After initially crediting Joey, Tommy's subsequent tweets began to emphasize his own involvement, even though his detailed explanations still used "we" and were filled with vague terms about the collaborative nature of the creation process. Interestingly, when Tommy tried to provide specifics about how the oof sound was made, he often reverted to using "we," sometimes correcting himself mid-sentence. This pattern suggests a deliberate attempt to include himself in the credit without providing concrete details of his contribution. He mentioned tweaking the sound and applying effects, but avoided clear statements about his individual role. Moreover, Tommy's attempt to delete his original tweet, where he credited Joey, raises further suspicions. Deleting a tweet that provides a straightforward account of the creation process suggests an attempt to rewrite history after recognizing the sound's immense popularity. On the other hand, Joey Kuras has remained relatively quiet on the matter. His website, where he maintains a detailed record of his work since 1993, lists him as the designer of all sound effects for Messiah, supporting the initial version of the story where Joey created the oof sound. This straightforward claim aligns with Tommy's first tweet and contrasts sharply with Tommy's later, more convoluted explanations. Tommy's evolving narrative and the deletion of his tweet suggest a desire to personally claim credit for a sound that has become widely recognized. This is not uncommon in the industry, where the lines of credit can sometimes blur, especially when a sound or piece of work gains unexpected fame. What are your thoughts on the evolving story behind the iconic Roblox Ohoich sound and the controversy over its true creator? Drop your insights in the comments below.